I like the market steers 1, 2, 4, 3. And as I walk up to the class, I was quick to find a high quality top pair of steers to rise to the top. I ultimately started with the orange steer in 1 to win, as he's just the stouter made, thicker ended calf who has more width and expression down his top while also having more depth to the center portion of his body. Now I'll be the first to admit, the black steer in 2 is another stout made one who has plenty of depth to the center portion of his body while also being trimmer through his brisket. It's just unfortunate today that when compared back to my class winner, he gives up some of the width down his top required to move up any higher. Still in the intermediate decision, I kept it 2 over 4 as I couldn't stray away from 2's overwhelming power and muscle. He's the more powerfully constructed steer who has more depth to the center portion of his body while also being stouter and wider out of his hip and hind leg. Therefore, I expect him to rail more total pounds of red meat. Now, I'll be the first to admit, 4 has some width down his top and from behind, but it's when you compare him back to my top pair that he simply gives up the depth of rib. He simply gives up the depth of rib and overwhelming power and muscle required to crack my top pair. Even so, in my concluding pair, it was 4 over 3, as 4 is just the heavier structured one who has more width down his top and from behind. Now I realize that 3 is a nicer balanced one who's leveler from hooks to pins while also being cleaner through his front end. That's also the narrow-made, tight-ribbed one who gives up the overwhelming power and muscle and would therefore rail the least shapely carcass in class. Thank you.